Who is Jesus? Your answer to this question separates you from everyone else. Your answer to this question separates you from the atheist, but it also separates you from the Muslim and the Mormon and the Jew. Not only does it separate us from other people in their own beliefs, but who we believe Jesus is actually separates us from who we used to be, or maybe who you are now. So over the next few weeks, we are actually going to talk about exactly who Jesus is, who he says that he is. Jesus says, I am 7 times in the book of John, and we're going to go through each of those over the next couple of weeks, and we're going to figure out exactly who Jesus is. So today we get to our 4th I am statement by Jesus. He's telling us exactly who he is. He started out, Jesus says, I am the bread of life. I am what sustains you. Second, Jesus said that I am the light of the world. And then he calls us to be the light. We need to be like him. The third statement is that I am the gate. I am the one that the sheep enter through, and I protect my sheep. And today we cover the 4th statement from Jesus. He says that I am the good shepherd. Let's check it out. Jesus says this in John chapter 10, verse 11. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd gives his life for the sheep. The worker who is paid to keep the sheep is different from the shepherd who owns them. When the worker sees a wolf coming, he runs away and leaves the sheep alone. Then the wolf attacks the sheep and scatters them. The man runs away because he is only a paid worker and does not really care about the sheep. And he says again, I am the good shepherd. I know my sheep and my sheep know me. Just as the Father knows me and I know the Father, I give my life for the sheep. I have other sheep that are not in this flock, and I must bring them also. They will listen to my voice, and there will be one flock and one shepherd. So here Jesus is talking about not just the Jewish people, right? Because that was the flock that everybody thought was getting saved, but Jesus came for the other flock, which is everyone who wasn't Jewish, everyone who wasn't in that family line. And so Jesus is saying, hey, I came from Jews, I came for Gentiles, I am here for everyone. We're making one flock. And he says, the Father loves me because I give my life so that I can take it back again. No one takes it away from me. I give my own life freely. I have the right to give my life, and I have the right to take it back. That is what my Father commanded me to do. Jesus is telling us that, hey, I am the good shepherd. So what happens is when all these other people that are saying that they're protecting the sheep, that they're there for them, that when the enemy comes, that these people would scatter. He says that, hey, I am the good shepherd. I am the one that gives my life for the sheep. When an enemy would come to attack the sheep, that shepherds that did not own the flock, they were just working for them, that they would run away because their life isn't worth the sheep. But the shepherd, the one that owns them, he would lay down his life for his sheep. And that's what Jesus says. He says, I love you. You guys are my flock. I love you so much that I would lay my life down for you. He says, I'm the good shepherd that does that. In fact, we see that with Jesus giving his life for us on the cross. This is why it's so important for us to know what we believe about Jesus, because what we believe about Jesus changes everything. What he says about himself is everyone else that's out there, when real trouble comes, they will bail, they will leave, they will abandon, but he never does. He gives his life. When the enemy or sin, death, all the stuff that we deserved because of our sin, when that came for us, Jesus lays his life down on the cross, giving up himself for us so that we would know salvation, that we would know him, that we would have relationship with the Father. Jesus even says that I'm making one flock, right? It's no longer just Jews or Gentiles. It's no longer chosen people and non-chosen people. He's like, hey, everyone's invited to this. Everyone needs to come to me, the good shepherd. He says, I give my life down. Nobody's taken from me. He gave up his life for us so that he could give us life. But if this isn't the Jesus that you've heard about some God up in heaven that's ready to strike you dead when you screw up, and all these terrible things about God, that he's the enemy of the fun and all that. If that's what you've heard about Jesus and you want to know the real Jesus, I invite you guys to ask your small group leader a little bit more about how to receive Jesus. We want to pray with you. We want you to know God and know salvation tonight. So make sure that you guys talk to your small group leader. If you're watching online, you can comment down below, and we would love to reach out to you guys. Thank you so much for your attention. Let's break into small groups. I just said that I am the